There are 3 Cs in Blox routes, but have you ever wondered what the rarest events to happen in each C are? Today we'll be going over all of that, starting with, of course, the first C. Now, there are only 2 events to happen in the first C, so one of which takes place right here at Middletown. Every 20 minutes, the Saw will spawn, and if you kill him, you have a chance to get the... where is it? Right here, the Shark Saw Sword. Now, the second event happens right here at the Marine Fortress, and every hour after the server is created, Greybeard will spawn. Now, his sword you buy up in Sky Island, but if you kill him, you'll unlock the V2 for that sword, and that sword is the... I guess I don't actually have it, but I'll put a picture of it on screen right now. It's the Bacento. Oh wait, I do have it. It's right here. It's right here. It's the Bacento sword, and then you unlock the V2 from kill. So we're not including like this. Like, this is the Halloween event right here. I'm not including this because it doesn't happen all year round. It's just a special holiday event. But one thing that does happen all the time is the light of the full moon peeks through the clouds. So actually, earlier in a clip in this video, you can see in the first C it says the light of the full moon peeks through the clouds. The reason I'm not going over that is because it doesn't matter until third C. So stick around to the end of the video to find out what that is. Okay, so now we are in the second C, and this is where events really start to pick up. So as you can see in front of me is the ocean. Now there are a few sea events that can spawn in the ocean, such as the Sea Beast, the Ship Raid, rough seas, shark attacks, according to the wiki at least, and these are all pretty rare in the second C. It is not recommended to go and sea event farm in the second C. That's definitely something you want to do when you reach third C, because these all are pretty rare. They only have about, sea beasts only have about a 5 to 10% chance of spawning, so grinding sea events is pretty rare in the second C, and that is why it is not recommended. Okay, and this right here is the Dark Arena. So this is the next thing we're going to be going over in second C. Now what you can do here at the Dark Arena is you can spawn the Darkbeard boss. Now what you need to do is you need to get a Fist of Darkness from a chest. It's a rare drop. I will put the % chance on the screen right here, and it's a really rare drop. So if you do get this, you want to come to Dark Arena right here and put it right here, and that will summon the Darkbeard boss. And what he can drop is he can drop these dark fragments and even a mythic accessory, the Dark Cloak. Okay, so the next one we are going to be going over is the Cursed Captain. Now he comes in right here at the Cursed Ship. Now he spawns every 3 nights in the second C, and when he spawns, you'll get the message, "A shiver runs down your spine." Now there are a few things he drops. He drops the black spiky cloak, I believe, and the red spiky cloak. Now also he drops a material called, where is it at? Drops ectoplasm, which are right here. Now these ectoplasm he drops, and also if you want the ghoul race, you need to kill the Cursed Captain, because he drops a torch sometimes, and you can use that to get the ghoul race. Now, one of the final things we're going to be talking about that naturally spawns in the second C is right outside of Cafe. Over there, you can see the factory. Now, every hour and 30 minutes, the factory will have a breach. And if you go in there and you do the most damage, you have a chance to get a random fruit. Now what we are going to be talking about is the legendary sword dueler. Now if you want these are the true triple katanas, and they're some of the only 4 mythical swords in the game. You are going to need to talk to the legendary sword dealer. Now he spawns every 3 hours in the server, and he has a chance to give you one of these 3 swords: Orochi, Shisui, or Sayashi. Now I have all 3 obviously because I have the true triple katana. Once you get all 3, you need to get them to, I believe, 350 mastery. Then for 2 million berries, each of them costs 2 million berries. Then for 2 million berries, you can get the true triple katana. Now how you find the legendary sword dealer is you come over to the manager and you talk to him. Now for me, he says it's still too early for you to be here because I just joined this server. When you're in the server for a little bit, he'll tell you a different quote. Now, depending on what he says, tells you if the legendary sword dealer is here. Okay, guys, that just about wraps it up for the second sea. There is one more thing I want to talk about, and that is the law raid. Now, if you go to the place where you can do raids to awaken your fruit, so that would be this lava right here. That is where, or the lab, I guess, technically, or the raid, any of those will work, really. So, that is where you can do the law raid. You can buy a special microchip and do the law raid, and what you can get from that is the Cocoa Sword, or the Zebra Cap, or both if you're lucky. Anyways, let's move on to the third sea. Okay, now we are in the third sea, and there's a lot to cover. I am here at Haunted Castle, and the first thing we're going to go over is a special boss that will spawn when you get the Hollow Essence. Now, how you get the Hollow Essence is you kill skeletons for bones, and then you bring them to the Death King, and he'll give you a random reward. There is a chance that you can get the Fire Essence, which when you bring to Uzoth, you can unlock Dragon Talent, or the Hollow Essence, which will spawn the boss. Now, the boss drops either the Holy Crown or the Hollow Scythe. The Hollow Scythe is a mythical sword, and I actually do not have the Hollow Scythe. Alright, we are almost done, and man, the Halloween event is going. I'm gonna miss it, but it's all good. It's for the sake of the video. So we are here at Tiki Outpost, and out there you can see the ocean. So remember earlier when I said sea event farming is not recommended in second sea because it is so hard to do and it's so rare? In third sea, it's not. It's perfect to sea event farm in the third sea. So stuff like sea beasts, sharks, boat raids, rough seas, all of that is increased in the third sea, and there's actually a really neat feature where the farther you go out into the third sea, your compass will have a danger meter that increases. The higher your danger meter, the higher chances of stuff spawning. Now, there's something in the third sea called the Terror Shark, and it will naturally spawn. However, if you want to get the Shark Anchor, which is considered one of the best swords for combos and PvP in the game, you need something called the Monster Magnet, which you can craft at Tiki Outpost. Now, there are also a few more sea events in the third sea, like, for example, Now, there are a few islands that spawn. Like, there's treasure islands that'll give you a little bit of treasure, but they're not really worth anything, right? There's Mirage Islands, which you need to get V4. There is Kitsune Islands, which sometimes happen a full moon, and you can get the Kitsune Shrine and get some special items from that. There's also the Volcano Island. You need the Volcanic Magnet to spawn, and that's if you want to get the Dragon Race. That's if you want to get, like, Dragon Eggs, which are used to craft stuff like the Dragon Storm Sword. That's also if you, yeah, that's basically necessary for all of the final Dragon Dojo stuff, like getting the Black Belt. Like, it's essential for a lot of Dragon Dojo stuff. There's also this guy, where when you bribe him, he will tell you about the Leviathan. The Leviathan is like the ultimate boss. You go out there, and you can fight the Leviathan. Now, while we're at Tiki Outpost, I'll talk about a raid boss that spawns over there. He's the Tyrant of the Skies. Killing him can give you a few minor items. I'm pretty sure he can drop an Eagle Fruit, and you get a title. Now, how you spawn him and know when he's going to spawn is the eyes on these birds will all turn red, depending on how many enemies you've killed at Tiki Outpost. And he's a pretty challenging boss, honestly. We're here at the Castle of the Sea, so this is a perfect time to talk about Rip Indra. He's a raid boss that happens. So when you're going through a chest similar to the Fist of Darkness in the second sea, there is a chance that you will get a God's Chalice. And what you do with the God's Chalice is you come over here and you can spawn Indra. Now, I'm a little bit confused on how it works, but you need people with certain hockey colors. So this is hockey right here. You can unlock different colors. I go to my wardrobe here, and I go to my aura skins. You know, these are the only ones I have. I do not have very many. But if you find people with specific aura colors and you have the God's Chalice, you can spawn Rip Indra. And what he can drop you is he can drop you this right here, the Dark Dagger. And it's also needed if you want what is it called? The full moon ends. That's exactly what we're about to talk about. It's also needed if you want the cursed dual katanas, which I don't have. He also drops an accessory, which is, I believe, the Valkyrie helm. Yes. So as we just saw, the full moon ends. Now is a perfect time to talk about that. So the full moon, when that happens, either if you're out on the sea in danger level 6, the Kitsune shrine will spawn, and that's also, if you go to Great Tree, that's how you get your V4, your Race Awakening. This bar down here, that's for your Race Awakening. Okay guys, there are just a few last things we need to talk about. So, over here, I am at the Sea of Treats, and if you talk to this guy, Drip Mama, we still need to defeat 80 more enemies. So what that means is when you defeat 80 more enemies, you can spawn a dimension, you come back here, only enemies at Sea of Treats, mind you. You come back here, and then the dimension will spawn, and you can fight the one and only, I just go to my profile here, you can fight the one and only Doe Commander. So the Doe Commander can drop you, it gives you some levels, it drops the Pale Scarf right here, the light of the full moon peeks through the cloud. How is that possible? The Doe Commander, he can drop the Pale Scarf for you, and also the Spiky Trident. Now, you may have noticed, Lore Signal, you didn't have the Doe Commander up, you had the Doe King up. And yes, that's correct, I have the Doe King up, because the Doe King is essentially a harder version of the Doe Commander. Now, what these are right here are called Conjured Cocoa. Now, for some reason, they're only a rare, but they're really hard to get. They take a ton of grinding, and when you get them and then talk to a guy over at a different island in the Sea of Treats, you can get the, I think it is called, and you have a God's Chalice. So remember that God's Chalice that was used to spawn Indra? You need that as well. You can get a special chalice that when you talk to that guy and you defeat the enemies, the dimension spawns back here, but instead of just being a dimension, it's a dimension worthy of gods is what it's called. And that's when you fight the one and only Doe King. Now, I was recording this, somebody said, who wants to do prehistoric? And when I said Volcano Island earlier, it's called Volcano Island or Prehistoric Island. It's one of those two. Anyways, defeating the Doe Commander or the Doe King is needed to awaken your Doe Fruit. And yes, my Doe Fruit, I don't have one right now, but it is mostly awakened. I ran out of fragments, and then I was just using Leopard again. That was a long time ago. But that's what you need to awaken Doe. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If I missed anything, which I'm sure I did, make sure to comment down below, and maybe I'll make some shorts about that. Also, comment down below, what is your favorite fruit? I, right now, am a huge fan of the tiger fruit. Like, it just got reworked, and it is so sick. But comment down below, what is your favorite fruit, and what would you like to see reworked next? Also, subscribe if you like Blox Roots. I'll see you guys in the next video.